Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about the bold and the beautiful. Thank you to those who have subscribed to my channel. Your subscription is highly appreciated, and let's get started. So it looks like last week's episodes have been all about secrets coming to light. So Lee's secret is that she's been hiding Finn, and he is alive. Although he's not awake, he is very much alive. And Sheila finds that out when she breaks out of prison and heads straight to Lee's hiding place. And she's beyond shocked and moved when she finds out that Finn is alive. And she argues with Lee about the kind of care that he's receiving. Sheila feels that Finn should be in hospital, while Lee says he's fine right where he is. And they argue to a point where Sheila attacks Lee and hits her upside the head. And although Lee is out of it for a short period, Finn does open his eyes and he starts to make sounds. So it looks like Finn is in and out of consciousness. Detective Baker lets Ridge and Taylor know that Sheila is out on the loose, and he comes to them for some tips to see if maybe they have any leads or any ideas of where Sheila may be. Ridge is outraged. He cannot believe that Sheila managed to escape. And Taylor, she's very concerned about Steffi and the kids. And they try to reach out to Lee to let her know that Sheila has broken out of jail. But it's too little too late, because Sheila is right beside Lee, and they're both arguing about Finn's care. In a recent preview, we see Lee telling Sheila that she has to go and get Finn's medicine. And of course, Sheila's afraid to let Lee out of her sight because she fears that Lee will call the police. So Sheila said she would go and get the medicine. But the medicine is in the hospital and Sheila doesn't have access. So Sheila decides that she will trust Lee and let her go and get Finn's medicine. And as soon as Lee leaves the room, she takes her phone out and starts calling the authorities. And they put Lee on hold. And Sheila comes out and she hears Lee on the phone. And Sheila starts to close in on Lee. So we all know that Sheila is not going to let Lee leave the premises. And because Lee didn't wait until she was a good enough distance away from Sheila to call the authorities, Finn may not get the medication that he needs. It's going to be quite interesting to see what kind of exchange happens between Sheila and Lee, now that Sheila has caught Lee trying to call the authorities. Eric and Donna's secret has also come to light, as Hope caught the two of them at the club. Hope confronts Donna, and she's very shocked and ashamed to learn that Donna has been carrying on with Eric. And although Donna says that it's not what she thinks and that they really care for each other, she has to admit that she is having an affair. It is an affair, and Eric is very married to Quinn. And what makes matters worse, Hope did walk in on Eric and Quinn having a conversation about how Eric doesn't really spend much time with her. And although Quinn tried her best to convince Hope that nothing was wrong between her and Eric, Hope knows better because she heard the whole conversation. Although she loves Donna, she can't just pretend that what Donna's doing is okay. She tells Donna that everyone deserves to know the truth and to know where they stand. So Hope says she's going to go have a word with Eric and find out exactly how he feels about Donna. Meanwhile, Quinn has been very worried about Eric's heart rate because it reaches really high levels. And she's not sure if it's healthy or not, considering that he's actively playing pickleball. So she reaches out to Bridget for some advice. And Bridget comes to the house and they talk, and Bridget is so grateful that Quinn cares so much about her father and that she cares about his health. And she promises to keep the secret about the heart monitor. And while Bridget and Quinn are talking, Eric walks in and he wants to know what's going on. And of course, they both talk about how active he is and how happy they are to see him going to the club and staying in good health. But they're also worried and they don't want him to overdo it. And he just told everyone that it's fine, there's nothing to worry about, he's got it under control. And Ridge also learns Carter and Paris have been an item. And he's really unhappy about it. He feels like he doesn't know Carter anymore. And what's more, we know that Grace made a serious accusation about Carter 2 weeks ago. She said that Carter was harassing Paris. And now that Ridge knows that Carter and Paris are involved in some way, he has to figure out how to make heads or tails of their situation. And then we have Carter, who is desperate to be married. He's tired of pining away for Quinn, and he just wants to move on with his life. So he is going to propose to Paris next week. And he's going to be so desperate to just get over Quinn that he's going to try to get married as soon as possible. And rumor has it that Quinn and Bridget are going to bust Eric and Donna. So that may leave an opening or a window for Quinn and Carter, should Quinn make it to Carter in time to stop his wedding. And we do see in the spoilers that Quinn is going to be talking to her son about everything that's going on, and Wyatt's going to be extremely shocked to learn that Carter is still in love with his mother. So many twists and turns, so much drama, and we have to wait and see how it all unfolds in the weeks to come. And that is my commentary. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time. Ta-ta.